help keep your produce fresher longer is the one and only Science Sam. Hey, Sarah, how's it going?
So good, how are you?
I'm doing fantastic, and I love that we are talking about this, and we're talking about how science can help us keep produce in particular fresher longer.
Yes.
Because it's just good. It's better for your wallet. It's better for the planet.
It looks better, it's tastier.
100%.
Win across the board.
Totally, totally. Okay, so when it comes to produce, why is it that sometimes it tends to go bad so quickly?
Well, if you think about the science of freshness, there are 3 key variables I like to keep in mind.
Okay.
Number 1 is temperature. Number 2, something called ethylene gas that we'll get into. And then number 3, moisture.
Okay.
Get those 3 things under control, you got freshness on lock.
Okay, that's fantastic. So we're gonna start off with temperature.
Yes.
So what about temperature is it that kind of helps keep things fresh?
Well, we know temperature is important. You come home from the grocery store, what do? Throw stuff right in the fridge,
Totally.
right? That's usually good advice because the cold temperature slows down a lot of the ripening enzymes in the food. But there are some exceptions, and that's not the case for our friend the tomato.
Yes.
Yeah, so the little exception to the temperature rule, tomatoes, actually, when you put them in the fridge, they have something in them called pectin that helps keep their structure, and the cold temperature degrades that.
Oh.
And you get a not so nice texture. And so you know what? I want to show you.
Okay.
I'm gonna go to your fridge.
Head on over to the fridge, Sam.
I've never done this before.
You snuck in here earlier, popped a tomato in there, I feel like.
I did. So I snuck into your fridge and I put a tomato in there.
Okay.
I know you would never do this.
Yeah.
So here's our sad fridge tomato.
Okay.
And here's a tomato we've stored at room temperature.
Okay.
Which is what I'm gonna advise you do, and you'll see why.
Okay, so
Go
let's
for
cut
it.
them in half.
Okay, so this is our fridge tomato. You know, it's not so bad, but you can see like that whiteness.
It's mealy. Like you can, I'm not sure if you can see this, but there's like a balliness to it. You know when you get a sad tomato and has that mealy texture?
That texture. And the taste gets a bit off too.
100%.
You know? So, and then this is our nice room temperature tomato.
Oh, it cuts so much nicer.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, it's juicier.
You can see it here.
Again, you don't see those little balls. It's really tough to see, but this is like crunchy feeling.
Yeah.
And this one is nice and smooth.
So let's say, you know, if when you're ripening your tomato, I like to leave it on the counter. If your tomato is ripe and you really need it for the next day and you must put it in the fridge, a few tips. I always like to store with the stem side down.
Okay.
That's gonna help prevent evaporation, so you keep the moisture in. And then the second thing is let it get to room temp before you use the tomato.
Totally.
Right?
That
You do
definitely
this?
helps kind of enhance those flavors. Because anytime you make something cold, the flavor profiles kind of just diminish completely.
It changes how your taste receptors work.
100%.
It's real science there,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so tomatoes, don't put them in your fridge unless you absolutely have to.
must. Or Mary will be mad.
I know, I'm gonna know. No sad tomatoes in my
I
house.
have to sneak to get that in the fridge.
I know, she's very sneaky. All right, now next up we're gonna talk about this ethylene gas. So what is that?
Okay, so just like us, plants have hormones too, and they have some of our produce has this weird one called ethylene gas. I like to think of it as like a fruit fart.
Sorry.
The produce releases more as it ripens, and it can also affect its neighbors.
Okay.
So, some really pesky guys that like to fruit fart.
Yeah.
We have banana, apple, avocado, and onions.
Okay.
They emit ethylene gas, which makes ripening happen faster for itself and its neighbors.
Okay.
So what that means is you want to store these guys somewhere where they can ventilate well. Just to show you, this banana, I had bananas from the same bunch. This one I kept on the counter where it could ventilate nicely. This one I had in this bag for a dramatic
And these
amount
are
of
the
time.
same age of banana?
Yep, same bunch. I really let it go for a long time for the dramatic effect.
Yeah. Honestly, look at the difference there.
Yeah, you know,
That's
so
bananas.
yeah.
Yeah.
So because it was sealed in the bag, it didn't ventilate. That ethylene gas sped up the ripening, and so you don't want to do that. Be really careful. Also, if you put apples in the crisper drawer, make sure that the vent's open.
Oh, that makes sense. So it can escape and kind of do its thing. And then also I know that onions and potatoes should not be stored.
I have made this mistake for years.
Yeah.
These guys do not like to be together. They both like a cool pantry, but not next to each other because this emits a lot of ethylene gas, and this one's really sensitive to it.
Okay.
So both cool pantry, but not in the same bin.
Okay.
I've made that mistake.
Otherwise, this guy spreads legs.
Yeah, and that's not cute.
No.
But if you do, let's say you want to make a guac and your avocado's not quite ready, pop it in the bag with that farty banana. Sorry, I'll stop saying that.
That was science. It's science.
that could help it ripen a bit faster.
Okay, that's
so
super
use
cool.
it to your advantage.
I love that. Right on. Okay, next up we're going to talk moisture.
Yes.
Okay, so what's going on over here?
We know our plants like water, and they can get wilty and sad if they're not moist. So the trickiest guys, I think, are the herbs. So we have some hard herb, an example of a hard herb here, oregano.
Yeah.
This is also like your rosemary, your thyme, your sage. For these guys, pop them out of this container you get them in. And I like,
No, don't
I
worry.
like to make a really damp paper towel.
This is what I do.
Yeah, is this what you do?
Yeah.
Make it super, super, super wet.
Yeah.
And you want to wrap these nice so that you lock in the moisture. And then you could even do more than that. Put it in an airtight baggie.
Yeah.
And I even put this in the crisper drawer, vent closed.
Vent closed, it holds that moisture in.
Exactly, we want some humidity. So for your hard herbs, that works great.
Okay.
For your soft and more pesky herbs, like your cilantros, your mint, your parsleys, parsley here, store it like flowers.
Okay.
Basil too. Just get a nice little vase and plop them in. And you can do this just at room temperature. It doesn't need to go in the fridge.
Nice.
If you do want to put it in the fridge, you can do the same paper towel trick, just on the stems.
Okay.
With the exception
Of basil.
basil.
Basil's the most
exactly.
temperamental herb.
It does
She doesn't want to be
not-
hot, she won't be cold.
No, it gets
Yeah.
brown if you put it in the fridge. So keep that one like flowers if you can.
I love that. It's like basil knows it's delicious, and it's like,
I know. You gotta
I'm gonna be
work for me.
difficult. I'm gonna be
Yeah.
difficult. Yeah.
And it should.
Yeah. All right, now that is fantastic. So what are we doing next?
Mary, now that we've learned the rules, it's time to play a game.
Let's do it.
Cue the music.
Oh. Okay.
I brought my own theme song.
Oh yeah, we did. Okay, cool.
Okay, this is a game I like to call.
I've not heard this music before, and I love it. Okay.
I love it.
Yeah.
This is a game I like to call Fridge Counter Pantry.
Fridge counter pantry. Let's
you know,
do it.
Work in progress title.
Yeah.
So I'm going to show you a piece of produce. You're going to tell me, where does it go? Fridge counter pantry.
Okay, let's do it.
You ready to go?
Yep.
All right, let's start. Cucumber.
I want to say counter.
Okay, audience said fridge, you said counter.
Yeah.
Both are correct. I prefer counter.
Okay.
However, if you need this to last a while and you do put it in the fridge, top of the fridge where it's less cold.
Oh.
Because of all that high moisture, it can get soggy otherwise.
It can get soggy. You know when
Top
you get
of the
that,
fridge.
you grab that cucumber, it's not a cucumber anymore.
Back-
It's just mush.
Yeah.
Yes.
Back bottom of your fridge is coldest.
Okay.
Top and like doors are warmer.
Okay, perfect. I
Yeah.
love that. Fantastic. What
Okay.
what are we doing next?
Watermelon.
Okay, that I'm doing counter for sure.
Counter. Counter is
I feel
correct.
like it's same with the tomatoes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Anything with a high water content
Yeah.
is usually, and think about where you get it in the grocery store
It's
too.
true.
There is an exception though.
Oh, okay.
Once you cut it.
Once you cut it, you got to put it in the fridge.
Cut it goes in the fridge.
Okay, good
right?
to know. Good to know. Okay.
Next we have garlic.
Garlic, dark cupboard.
Yes,
Yes.
correct.
Yeah.
And now for a bonus question, because you're killing it.
Uh-huh.
Does it go with the potatoes or the onions or neither?
I would say oh no. I would say optimally neither, but do I store it with them both? Yes.
yeah, same.
Yeah.
But it's safe to do with the onions.
Oh,
They
okay.
can handle the gas, but
Okay.
the potatoes are too moistery, makes it soggy, no good.
Okay, good to
Okay.
know. And then one last tip. That was a great
Yeah.
game. I feel like I did well.
Yeah.
Did I do okay?
You killed it.
Okay. Now, just one more little tip you had. When we get the groceries home
Yeah.
from the grocery store, what is a tip that you want us to do?
Okay, really quick, if you have something with stems like this, chop them off
Okay.
because they'll rot faster.
Yep.
And don't wash things if they don't need to be washed
Yeah.
right away. It makes them go bad faster. These get slimy, these get moldy.
Yes.
Keep them dry, take them out, put them in a bag.
Okay, perfect. I love it. And then this is a huge one.
Remember the fart. The fruit
The
fart.
fruit farts. Don't
Take 'em-
keep your fruits in the bag.
Take them out of the bag.
Let 'em breathe.
Let them breathe, let them ventilate.
Let them ventilate. That's key. Sam, absolutely fantastic. Didn't think I'd talk about fruit farts today,
Didn't
but I
think
love
so
it
either.
so much. Great day. Hey, Mary here. What did you think? Drop your comments below and don't forget to like and subscribe for more of the good stuff.